Do you find yourself consistently fearing that your loved ones will leave you? When you enter into a relationship, is it difficult to feel secure? If so, trauma could be playing a role. Trauma impacts about 70% of people in the US, but it comes in many forms. If you felt ignored or neglected in your life, especially during childhood, you could be struggling with what's known as abandonment trauma. While it's not uncommon to worry sometimes about losing loved ones, abandonment trauma runs deeper than that. You never feel safe because of past experiences. You find it challenging to trust others now. Learning more about this issue can guide you to receive the help you need and deserve. What causes abandonment trauma and how does it develop? Events imposed upon you at any point in your life can create a mindset in which you stop yourself from connecting with others. Perhaps someone you love has left you. Perhaps they've neglected you or betrayed you. They were right there, but either they left or they died or they just did not supply the support and the love that you craved. Examples of this dynamic include divorce. If your parents got divorced during your childhood, it may have set you up to worry about future loss. If your partner divorces you in adulthood, you might feel abandoned, and you might even decide that you never again want to risk being rejected. Death of a loved one. Now, this could be parent, caregiver, an important mentor to you, or it could even be a romantic partner. Regardless, it's enough for you to internalize a deeply rooted fear. Neglect. Quite often, abandonment trauma has its roots in a childhood in which you experienced abuse, neglect, or both. Surviving this kind of treatment can leave you afraid to be vulnerable to anyone. Certain mental health disorders. Abandonment trauma can be an offshoot of conditions that you're currently dealing with. And it's important that you talk with your therapist about this possibility. What are some common signs of abandonment issues? Well, everyone experiences mental health issues in their own unique way. Some common threads exist, and they must be watched out for. Now, in my clinical work, what I've seen is that a person who's struggling with abandonment trauma will often display certain behaviors like being a people pleaser in the hopes that this is going to keep people around. There might be an inability to trust, even when rationally it seems like it's an okay thing to do. And it's precisely what a solid, safe, secure relationship requires. Sometimes it can show up as feeling numb or distant as a kind of defense mechanism or protective strategy. Other times it shows up as settling for whatever partner you can get if you just simply believe that they're the person who's going to stick around. I've also seen it show up in clients who consistently do what they can to avoid conflict for fear of it driving their partner away. Sometimes people seek huge amounts of reassurance. They might feel that they're being clingy. Or it could be the opposite, that they're keeping their partners at a chronic arm's length distance. Common way it shows up is with feelings of shame. And these can lead to the sense that you just cannot let your guard down and fully connect with another person. You can't let them see you or know you. Now, I'm hoping that you're going to review the list that I just went through. It is not very hard to grasp that symptoms like these can be damaging to any relationship. If your partner's dealing with abandonment trauma, Sadly and ironically, it can leave you feeling confused, resentful, guilty, and yes, even abandoned. So, what can a couple do when one of you struggles with abandonment trauma? Both the person with abandonment issues and their partner can slip into a tendency towards making all sorts of assumptions. Words left unsaid can dramatically increase the impact of trauma, and it can damage your relationship. So, couples must commit together to healthy, consistent communication. This is not about forcing someone to talk. Rather, you must work together and create an environment in which open, supportive, healthy, loving communication is the norm. Resolving trauma is not an overnight process. Both of you must practice patience. I know how badly you want to reach a point where mutual trust emerges and is solidly in place, but this can't be rushed. It has to be done well. So stay patient and stay honest. Get comfortable talking about your emotions. Work with a therapist who treats abandonment issues. This is the best place to make this happen. Now, if you're interested in this topic, please have a look at my website. If you do, you're going to find over 400 articles and videos that I posted there. I'm hoping that you find them useful and helpful. Many of them are about trauma recovery. Also, if you would, I ask you to subscribe, comment, and share this video with someone that you think could use to watch it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope that you found something helpful in our time today. Have a great one.